Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, tomorrow, Simon is going to be posting on the channel his collaborative solve with Meryl Jansen of a Sudoku puzzle. And Meryl won the patron reward for March, the indexing puzzle pack by Blobs. So this is her reward, and she has decided, not everybody has, but she decided to take up the prize and solve along with Simon. And you can watch that tomorrow morning on our channel. It's just a bonus video. It's not one of tomorrow's 2 Sudoku videos, so there's even more for you. And then in the evening, you could join us in the Blueprints house. We'll be going back there, live streaming at 10 p.m. our time. So loads going on. And there's this month's patron reward. You've only got a few hours left now to enter that. It is Bug Friends by Sandra and Nala. It's great fun. Nala the dog goes looking for the bugs in the woods and the lake and the fog, and you can help her. But I mean, the thing is great fun whether or not you enter the competition. Do give the Sudoku Hunt a try. There's loads of content on Patreon, including crosswords and connections and gridogram videos. We think they're all massive fun, and we urge you to join us there. But if you don't want to do that, you could buy our merchandise, or you could actually have a go at the apps, which include the latest worm by Blobs, his eclectic Sudoku worm. Do check that out. 12 different puzzles, all connected together. It's a beautiful construction. Blobs is a top-class constructor, and we urge that on you. So have a look at that, or all of our apps, including Classic Sudoku 2, which has some really good lessons in it. And that's all on the links under the video. Where the first link, now, we're looking at a puzzle from the Sudoku Grand Prix. This last round happened this last weekend. Round 4 this year of the 8 rounds that happen about once a month for the first 8 months or so. And each round is set by a different country. So I don't know the specific author of this puzzle, but it was set by Switzerland. And that's what I've recorded so far. It's called Battenburg Little Killer Sudoku, and I will try and explain the rules to you. Now, this was by far the hardest rated puzzle in the pack. So out of a total of 720 points that could be theoretically achieved within the 90 minutes that you get, this was worth 144 of them. So that, I mean, you can do the maths. I literally can't on that. But maybe if we divide 144 by 8, a super solver would get this done in about, feels like 15 minutes, no, 16 or 17 minutes. So I'll go for I'll say I'll go for 16 minutes. I don't normally hit those speeds. So this is pretty difficult puzzle by the standards of the competition. And that would give you a guide to the standards in the World Sudoku Championship or many of the national championships for which you could register. So do search out Sudoku GP. There'll be another round along in about 3 weeks' time. And it is great fun to enter as long as you have 90 minutes free at the weekend. I didn't this last weekend. I just couldn't make the time to do it for various reasons. And that's why I have never even looked at this puzzle before. But apart from when I put it in our software, I didn't consider any solving considerations. There won't be a solution in this at the moment when I solve this puzzle, but hopefully by the time you are solving it, I will have added a solution. So let's have a look at the rules. And they do need explaining, I think. So this is the rules as they're printed. Normal Sudoku rules apply, meaning 1 to 9 will go in every row, column, and 3 by 3 box. Wherever 2 odd and 2 even digits form a 2 by 2 chessboard pattern, meaning that the 2 odd digits are diagonally situated, as are the 2 even ones. So it could be 2 odds there and 2 evens there, or 2 odds there and 2 evens there. Wherever that happens, a Battenburg marking is given. That's this little bisected square. And it's named after the Battenburg cake, very popular in the UK, which is pink and yellow in squares through the cake. If there is no marking, the above pattern is not allowed. So for these 4 cells, there's no marking in the middle. So this is not allowed to be 2 even and 2 odd, for instance. The clues outside the grid give the sum of the digits contained in the direction of the corresponding arrow. So these 3 will add up to 20. Those are little killer clues. And that's the rules of the puzzle. Give it a try on that first link. before you watch Merrill help Simon tomorrow. I'm going to start now. Let's get cracking. So a 24 sum in 3 cells I can do. That's always 987. The 6 sum is going to either be 1-5 or 2-4. And they obey the rule. They are the same parity as each other, whichever way around they work. And once I know which they are, they will tell me about this digit and which parity it has to be. But for now, I don't know. A 6 sum again down here. Well, they can't both be 1-5 because of that 1. I don't know quite how that's going to pan out. So, don't know. Maybe I should be marking the whole grid with odd and even colours. Don't know about that either. 10 and 10. These 5 cells will add to 20, which isn't very much, but doesn't even have to have a 1 in it. So, oh, crumbs, I don't know. I'm going to... How am I going to use the parity? If that's 1-5, this is 8 and that's even. I don't know. It's very difficult to work out how I'm going to use anything in this puzzle, parity or otherwise. 6 pair here. Well, this is either 4-2 that way round because of the 4, or 5-1 that way round because of the 1. Then these will add to 17. Goodness, I can see why this is rated very hard for the standards of this sort of puzzle pack, because there doesn't seem to be an easy or obvious at all way into it. Okay, 20 in 3 cells here either has a 9 in it or it's 875. The 6 pair here doesn't have a 1 in, so that's 2-4, and they're even. These are therefore odd cells. Now, if this was 875, that middle digit would be a 7 or a 5. In fact, that's what it would have to be. What if it was 9 and a pair adding to 11, which were either 6-5 or 8-3? Okay, it can't... Oh, no, it could be 9-8-3 as long as the 8's here. That would then be 3. If it's 9-6-5, there's less constraint. Oh, well, this can never be a 9. I don't know. I want to conclude that there must be an 8 here, but I don't think that's necessary. If this was 9-6-5, that's not the case. So all I've got out of that is a 2-4 pair. These are odd. Right, let's do the odd colouring that I was contemplating earlier. Odd there, even here. And let's see what, if this tells, it doesn't tell me anything, I can tell you that. This is 1 odd and 1 even because of the Battenburg pattern. This is, oh, that can't be 8 by Sudoku. Oh, so that's odd. Oh, well, that's huge. Why didn't I see that before? These are both even and must be another 2-4 pair. So that's a 2-4 X-wing. That's using up the 2s and 4s in rows 1 and 2. And the 2 and 4 in row 3, the 4 must be in one of those cells and the 2 in one of those. Oh, of course, we've got the negative constraint of the other patterns, the other cell, the other areas that don't obey the checkerboard rule. So, one of these digits is going to be a 7 or a 9. And in that case, the digit it's next to is going to have to be odd to break the possible Battenburg pattern. Oh, 7 is looking at that cell. It's so blatant. I mean, this is just giveaway stuff, and I've wasted 4 minutes already. Painful, isn't it? Right. This digit is 3, 5, or 7 in the 20 sum. Could be a 3 if that's 8 and that's 9. Now, one of these, as I said, will be a 7, and in that case it's going to have odd next to it to break the potential Battenbergness of the pattern. 2 and 4 being here, what does that do? Okay, another thing, 875. Now I think there are 3 ways of filling this: 965, 875, and 983. That's more ways than I am happy with at the moment. Okay, on the 10 sum, maybe one of them must, it can't be a 1-9 sum because that cell can't be 1 or 9. So it's either a 3-7 double odd, or then it's double even, which would be 2-8 or 6-4. Oh, I don't know. The 2 and 4 here, are they doing anything? If this was, this can't be triple odd. If this cell was odd, that would be even to make this work. If this was odd, that would be even. There'd be one more even to come, and it couldn't be there, or that would be a Battenburg. So both evens would have to be here and here, and given that that's 2-4, if this is odd, this is an 8-6 pair. Obviously in the order 6, then 8. And I think this would then have to go 6, 5, 9. That's how this would have to be. For this to be odd, it's 9. Otherwise, it's 6 or 8. It's even. If that's even, the constraints aren't so problematic, although maybe we're starting a new possibility here. Okay, if this is odd, this has to be odd as well. Yes, that's what makes this 6 and this 8. 6, 5, 9, 8, 2, 4, 1. This would be a 3-7 pair. Can't see the problem immediately. I'm really not making progress here at all. 8, 9, we've got that 2, 4 pair. So everything in this row is 1, 3, 5, 6 or 7. Goodness, I don't know. Ooh, this is 3, 5, 6 or 7. Now, if that was 6, this isn't allowed to be odd because that would be a Battenburg. So if that's 6, this is 8. And then we would have 6, 8, 2, 4, 1. These would be from 3, 5, 7, 9. We'd have to make up the 20 sum somehow. In fact, there's 2 ways. That doesn't get me any further over the line, does it? I think there's something going on around there. If this was even, now then this would have to be even as well to avoid the Battenburg. So if this was even, this would be 6 and that would be 8. This would be a 753 triple. That would have to be a Battenburg cell and be a 2. I mean an even cell because of the Battenburg here. Or maybe I should be counting the number of cells in rows 3, 4 or 6, 7 that can be even or odd. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't know. No wonder it's difficult. It's a sort of puzzle that I do not attempt at the competition. Oh look, 1 is definitely in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. These are from 3, 5, 6. So, if this was even, that would be odd. That would fail. Yeah, that's good. Right, I'll just show you what I'm seeing. If that was even, this would be odd. Because of this Battenburg, that makes this even, and suddenly we've got a problem here because there's no Battenburg there. So that proves this digit is not even. This is odd. And now the 6 is in one of those 2 cells. And now the 6 in this column has to be here. And that gives us the parity around this Battenberg. And once you do get parities around a Battenberg, the positive constraint is much better than the negative. That gives us a 5 and a 1 here, which we can fill in because they're odd. That can't be a 1 anymore, so this is the 1 in the box. That gives us the 6 in the box. Now we can start colouring those, and then we get the colours around this Battenberg here. That can't be a 2 now. So the 2, 4 become a pair here of both even. That gives us the colours around this Battenberg. And now we're sort of up and running. Now, what else does that give us? Right, this digit can't be odd, or there'd be a Battenberg here. So that's even. This one now can't be even, or there'd be a Battenberg here. So that's odd. So this is a sort of way of gradually advancing. That's 3 or 5 by Sudoku. That's all that's left in the box. We need an 8 in this row, and that's got to be here by Sudoku, so that's even. This is 7 to complete the 24 clue. That 7 is going to give us a 7 in one of these cells. Now this can't be even, or we'd have a Battenberg down here, so that's odd. In fact, we've got all 4 evens in the final column. That digit is 3 or 9. We've got all 4 odds in this column, so they're both even. That's 2 or 4. This one must be an 8 in the column. It does get a bit easier when you start getting a bit of traction. Now, this pair are different from each other because of this Battenberg marking, but they're not odd on top of even, or this would be a Battenberg. So they're even on top of odd, and we can use the positive constraint, which I prefer considerably. Right, now, we've found the 4 evens in box 6, that's 2 or 4. This is odd. These can't both be even, or we'd have another Battenberg here. In fact, that can't be even because of this group, so that's odd. They're both even to fill the box. That's even, and these are odd to complete that Battenberg. This can't be even, or we'd have another Battenberg that we don't. That's all 5 odds in the central row. This can't be odd, or we'd have another Battenberg. So it's even. That's all 4 evens in the box. Nice symmetrical pattern in these boxes. This can't be even because, again, there's no Battenberg there, so that's odd. These 2 are odd on a 20 sum, so that's even and is 8 now. And this is even to complete the box and must be a 6. That's all 4 evens in this column, so those 2 are odd. We can just count up here. There's going to be 2 odds, 2 evens here, so this is 1 of each. I was going to look at that pair. No, I'm going to look at this group. It needs an even there to avoid having a Battenberg. This is both even to complete the box. Look, we've had all 4 evens in the central column, so those go odd. This is odd in the row. That can't be even now, or we'd get another Battenberg, so that's odd. And we've got 1 of each, 1 of each. Okay, how do we do these last few cells? Don't know. Let's try and do some Sudoku instead. This digit is 2 or 4. We've got oh no, I was going to look at those and say this is a 6-8 pair. That's nonsense. There is an 8 in this pair by Sudoku. This digit is 2 or 4 in the row. So that's a 2-4 pair in the box, and this must be 6. That's 2 or 4. This is 2 or 4. There's an 8 somewhere down here. It's got to be on the Battenberg because we need an even digit on that. So that's odd. And now this can't be even, or we'd have a Battenberg in the northeast corner of this box. So now we know the disposition around this last Battenberg. That's going to be blue to get the count right. This is the 8 in the box by Sudoku. That's 2 or 4 because it sees a 6. That's a 6. That isn't. This, oh, that 4 is sorting out probably lots of the 2-4 groups. Yes, it is. So we can sort of race through some of this. Now, I do get the advantage that you don't get if you're solving on paper in the championship of colours and using Sven's marvellous software. But you can achieve the same effect with pens. It's just, and markings, it's just a little harder. So one of these is a 6. I don't know which one yet. This is now an 8-4 pair. I do know which way round they go. That sorts out 2-4. That resolves 2-6 and 2-8. We need a 6 there. I don't know. We need a 6 up here as well. And I don't know quite how those work. I don't think the Battenburgs resolve those. So now to the little killer clues. We've got 20 here. So these two add up to 12, which doesn't feel as helpful as it could. This 10 pair does. That feels maximally helpful. I can write in both digits. That's 3 or 9 in the box. Oh, I've got the 17 sum here, so I know which way around they go. This is 3. This is just Sudoku now, and a 5 there. Now I've used all of them apart from that. That is a 3-7 pair. This is a 5-9 pair. That's a 1 and a 5 in the row. This is a 7-9 pair. Oh, I see 16 minutes has just ticked up. That was the time I was aiming for. Well, not going too badly, but not finished in that time. We need a 1 in this box. That's easy. Then 3, 5, and 7 still to place. That can't be 7. In this box, we've had the 1, and that digit can't be 3. So now 3 in this column's in one of those and not there. 3 in the first column is in the corner, and that's 3 in the corner. And now this pair that add up to 12 must be a 5-7 pair, and that's a 9. And this is 5 or 7. I thought that was going to sort out. Yes, it does. That 5 looks at that cell. 7, that's not 7. 7 in the row has to be there. This is a 3. That's 5 or 9 in the row. This is 9. That's 7. That's not. This is a 3-5 pair, so this cell is 7. In this row, no. This is 3 or 5, and that's a pair in the column. So now I've got 1, 6, 9 to fit in the column. That's a 6. It's a sort of naked digit. The others are 1 or 9, and now I know the parities that remain to be filled in. We might as well do those and fill in 6 at the top. That's all the evens done now. And now we look at the odds. This is a 3-7 pair that can be filled in. This digit, oh no, 3 is looking up to there, and that's sorting out lots of pairs in columns 4, 5, 6. If I do the right typing, it is. That's a 1, that's a 5, 9 and 1, and I think that's all of columns 4, 5, 6. Now just a couple of pairs left, and there we go, a time of 18 minutes, just under. Well, that's not bad for a pretty difficult competition puzzle. Quite an approachable puzzle given the standard of what we're doing on the channel each day, which is a bit different, but very clever puzzle. Thank you, Switzerland, for setting it. Hope you had a go at that, and hope you made the breakthrough a bit quicker than I did, because for 4 minutes I was missing some really obvious things, so my time could have gone a bit better. But you can always come up with a reason why your time could have been a bit better. There's no point beating yourself up, and there's the lesson for today. Praise yourself for what you achieve, and don't worry about what you don't from time to time. I will see you again soon on the channel. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.